Have you ever heard of social fatigue? Social fatigue is when we're drained or burnt out by our social interactions or relationships. Why I want to talk about it is because sometimes social fatigue can creep up on you and make you feel more alone or more burnt out than having relationships that truly fulfill you. So let's talk about some of the signs of social fatigue and also how we can stop it. Here are some signs and symptoms that you have social fatigue. 1, you dread going out, hanging out with that person, or having social interactions. 2, all you think about when you're having the interaction is going home, watching Netflix, curling up, and being in your pajamas. 3, you feel anxious, awkward, or stressed when you're in the interaction, or when you're thinking about the interaction later. Which leads me to number 4, social overthinking. Social overthinking is when you rethink every conversation and part of the interaction later, and you worry that you didn't say something right or do something right. Social overthinking is actually a sign of social fatigue. So what do we do if you have social fatigue, or how do we prevent social fatigue? So step number 1 is to realize your triggers. The problem is we often lump all of our socializing or social interactions into one big bucket or one big pile. So we think, oh, I'm socially awkward. I dread all social interactions. But actually, not all social interactions are created equal. So what I want you to think about is, if you can, pull out a pen and paper and take some notes. Who are the people that fill you? Who actually gets you excited and energized? Who do you not feel drained or stressed around? And second question, who drains you? Who do you dread hanging out with? When do you do most of your overthinking? Who makes you feel anxious or awkward? Next, what makes you feel better, or where? So what and where? Are there activities or places where you feel like your best self, where you have a lot of energy? And then on the other side, what or where, what situations or places really drain you? So for me, I know I feel far more social fatigue in loud places. I do really well with deep conversations. I love getting to know people. If I'm in a loud bar or nightclub or even a loud networking event, I'm like, so what brought you to your line of work? And it drains me so fast because I just can't hear very well. So I know that loud events are going to socially fatigue me faster. I want you to think about, what are the places that you feel you have more social energy and places you feel you have less social energy. Step number 2, block and barrier. So if you know the places that drain you faster, we have to begin to block and protect those from our schedule. So first, take a look at your calendar coming up. Do you have to do all the things you're dreading? Is there a friend or a person you can just say no to? Please say no. I give you permission to say no. Life is too short to hang out with people and in places that drain you. So first, try to say no. Second, if you do have to see them, like family or difficult bosses, then I want you to block and protect. So if you know you have to be with that person or in that place that drains you, the way that we can prevent our social fatigue is to build in energy before and after. So if you know, like, if I know I have to go to a loud networking event for a book signing, beforehand, I make sure I run on the treadmill, gets out my adrenaline, I do some meditation, I try to have really quiet time in my hotel room or in my room, because that charges me up so that before I even get there, my battery is full. There's nothing worse than going into a place or being with someone who drains you on a half-empty battery. It will make you hit burnout and be drained faster than if you have a full battery. 3, make small social changes. So I found that even the smallest social change can help recharge or prevent my battery from being drained. So this could be, for example, showing up a little bit early or staying a little bit late. So for example, I don't like loud places. I've noticed if I show up a little bit early, it's quieter, less people are there, and I can also build relationships. I can say hi to the host, I can see people I already know, and we can have conversations before the room gets really loud. And then typically I bow out before it gets really loud. So are there small changes you can make about how you show up, when you show up, even the kind of conversation starters you use? I've also noticed that I tend to feel less social fatigue if I'm talking about interesting things. So I go on a small talk diet. I never ask, how are you? What do you do? Where are you from? Oh, those are so boring. Instead, I ask things that usually produce more intriguing conversations, which give me more social energy. So working on anything exciting recently? Have any personal passion projects? Have any fun plans this weekend? Traveling anywhere fun this year? Those questions are in my interest, so I get much more charge from them, and I'm also able to find my people. Step number 4, bring a wingman or a wingwoman. So I've also found that I can protect or prevent social fatigue if I'm with someone who feels supportive to me. So if you can, think about someone you work with or a friend where you can use them as a buoy. This really works well if you have an extroverted friend who loves making conversation. Tell them when and how you get social fatigue and ask them to help. In fact, send them this video and say, "You're my amazing extroverted friend. Can you help me prevent my social fatigue?" Lastly, remember your why. So sometimes I think we can go into social interactions forgetting what brought us there in the first place. If you want to meet a partner or meet your soulmate or make new friends or build deeper relationships, that why can get you through social fatigue. One incredible study from Harvard University followed for 75 years their students in the original study, and they wanted to know what made them the happiest. And they found that the happiest students after 75 years had deep, wonderful relationships. And so remember that if you're socializing, if you're going out with people, it's because you're trying to build a beautiful, deep relationship. You're trying to get to know people in a meaningful way. So being grounded and centered on that why can help get you through that social fatigue because there's a reason that you're doing it. If you have social fatigue, you are so not alone. I'm a recovering awkward person. I talk about it in my book Cues and in my book Captivate. So if you have this, you're not alone. I think that mastering your social skills, being a better communicator can help you feel less social fatigue. So be sure to watch some more of my videos, check out my books. Those will also help you feel like you're in more control of your interactions and you can have better conversation and deeper connection. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in our next video.
Are you living up to your full potential? Do you want more? I would love to help you. Get started with my free training and learn more about People School today. Visit scienceofpeople.com/pschool.
Do you want even more tips on communicating with confidence? One of the fastest ways to achieve more success and more respect is to level up your people skills. If you want to master communication and increase your charisma, check out People School. This program comes with 12 in-depth video modules designed to radically change your interactions, communication, and confidence. You'll start applying each principle to your life immediately. I'll share my social blueprints, conversation frameworks, and fascinating science-based insights. Everything you need to finally understand the unwritten rules of behavior. Ask questions and get personal answers and feedback after every module. Join me for our live monthly workshops where I deliver exclusive new teaching only to People School students. I'll show you exactly what to do to be more influential and impactful in every conversation and situation, guaranteed. And if for some reason the program isn't right for you, no worries. You can get a full refund within the first 30 days. Thousands of students have joined People School and achieved their goals. Here's what just a few of our students shared about their experiences in People School. I got the promotion I was looking for. Thanks to the People School team for helping me along the way. Since People School, I have never had such engaging and fun interviews in my life. Last Friday, I accepted a senior position with an increase in my total package of $100,000. Thank you, Vanessa. One of my biggest regrets is I wish I had enrolled in People School years before now. The best part is People School never expires. We constantly add new bonus modules based on student requests. Want a raise or raise your rates? Check out our How to Get a Raise formula. Need new friends in a new city? Check out our How to Find Your People bonus. There are more than 35 hours of material waiting for you in People School. If you want to level up your career, your relationships, and your conversations, I would love for you to consider People School. I read every single one of your comments and can't wait to meet you in our next live workshop. Thanks so much for watching until the end. I'll see you in our next video.